The Nile River, a ribbon of life winding through the desert. For millennia, it nurtured a civilization unlike any other. Ancient Egypt, a land of pharaohs, pyramids, and powerful gods. But the Nile's gifts weren't just for men. From its fertile banks rose a woman who would challenge the very fabric of Egyptian society. Her name was Hatshepsut. Her story is one of ambition, intrigue, and unparalleled achievement. Hatshepsut's path to power was paved with both privilege and tragedy. Her father, Thutmose I, was a mighty warrior pharaoh. He bequeathed to his daughter a lineage that echoed with the glory of past rulers. But fate, a fickle mistress, dealt a cruel blow. Her half-brother, Thutmose II, inherited the throne. He was a sickly ruler, his grip on power tenuous. Hatshepsut, however, possessed the blood of pharaohs and the cunning of a strategist. She became her husband's queen, a position of influence and authority. When her husband passed, their son, Thutmose III, was just a child. At first, Hatshepsut ruled as regent, guiding her young stepson towards his eventual kingship. But as she navigated the treacherous waters of court politics and foreign affairs, something remarkable happened. She thrived. Her confidence grew with each passing year, her authority unquestioned. The whispers started subtly. Could a woman, even one as formidable as Hatshepsut, truly rule Egypt? And then, in a move that would redefine her destiny, Hatshepsut did the unthinkable. She claimed the throne for herself. To understand Hatshepsut's audacious claim, we must journey back to her childhood in the opulent palaces of Thebes. Born into the 18th dynasty, a time of unprecedented prosperity and power for Egypt, Hatshepsut was more than just a princess. She was believed to be a living embodiment of the divine, a direct descendant of the gods themselves. This lineage, steeped in the divine right of kings, was passed down to Hatshepsut, imbuing her with an inherent legitimacy that few could challenge. While her male relatives were groomed for war and conquest, Hatshepsut's education focused on the administration of the empire. She learned the art of diplomacy, the management of vast resources, and the delicate balance of power within the court. Her aunt, Ahmose, a powerful figure in her own right, played a crucial role in shaping the young princess. Under her tutelage, Hatshepsut learned the intricacies of religious ceremony and the importance of appeasing the gods. These lessons were essential skills for anyone aspiring to rule Egypt. Hatshepsut's marriage to Thutmose II, her half-brother, further solidified her position within the royal court. As the great royal wife, Hatshepsut assumed a prominent role in her husband's reign, acting as his advisor and confidant. However, whispers of discontent began to circulate within the palace walls. Thutmose II, though the rightful heir, was considered a weak and indecisive ruler. Hatshepsut, acutely aware of the whispers, shrewdly used this period to further her own ambitions. She cultivated alliances within the court, securing the support of influential priests and officials. She presented herself as the true power behind the throne. In a daring move that sent shockwaves through Egypt and beyond, Hatshepsut broke the mold of tradition. She declared herself pharaoh, adopting the full regalia and titles of a king. Images and statues were commissioned depicting her in the traditional male attire of pharaohs. This transformation was a calculated political strategy, a visual declaration of her absolute authority. To legitimize her claim, Hatshepsut drew upon the divine lineage she had inherited from her father. She propagated the story of her divine birth, claiming that the god Amun had chosen her mother to conceive a future ruler of Egypt. Hatshepsut understood that her legitimacy rested not only on divine claims, but also on tangible achievements. She embarked on an ambitious program of building and economic expansion. Temples were erected, monuments carved, and trade expeditions sent to far-flung lands. One of her most ambitious projects was the reopening of trade routes to the land of Punt. This expedition brought back to Egypt a wealth of exotic goods, including incense, ebony, ivory, and even live myrrh trees. Under her reign, the Nile overflowed abundantly, ensuring bountiful harvests and a surplus of grain. Hatshepsut's reign was not only marked by economic prosperity, but also by an unprecedented flourishing of art and architecture. She commissioned grand temples and monuments adorned with exquisite reliefs and towering statues. Her most enduring legacy is undoubtedly her mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahari. This architectural masterpiece stands as a testament to her vision and ambition. Carved into the cliffs on the west bank of the Nile, Deir el-Bahari is a symphony in stone. The reliefs that adorn the walls tell the story of Hatshepsut's reign from her divine birth to her most notable achievements. Imagine the arid hills west of the Nile where the sun blazes onto the golden sands. It is here, amongst these rugged cliffs, that Hatshepsut chose to build her legacy. Not a tomb hidden beneath the earth, but a temple reaching for the heavens, the majestic Djeser. Unlike the towering pyramids of her predecessors, Hatshepsut opted for a design that harmonized with nature. 3 grand terraces connected by long sloping ramps mimic the natural contours of the hillside. Columns, those elegant pillars of ancient architecture, were employed to stunning effect at Djeser. Djeser was not just a monument to Hatshepsut's earthly reign, but a bridge between the mortal world and the realm of the gods. The temple complex was dedicated to Amun-Re, the king of the gods, and Hathor, the goddess of love, beauty and music. These deities played a pivotal role in Hatshepsut's claim to the throne. Chapels dedicated to these gods were scattered throughout the complex, each adorned with exquisite reliefs. One of the most captivating features of Djeser is its depiction of Hatshepsut's divine birth. Hatshepsut's building projects extended far beyond Deir el-Bahari. Throughout Egypt, she commissioned temples, obelisks and statues, leaving an indelible mark on the architectural landscape of her time. At Karnak, she erected 2 towering red granite obelisks, their surfaces gleaming with electrum. One of these obelisks, still standing today, is a testament to the skill of ancient Egyptian engineers. Weighing hundreds of tons and standing over 97 feet tall, it is a marvel of ancient engineering. Her reign was a time of peace and prosperity, a golden age etched in stone. Despite the dazzling achievements of Hatshepsut's reign, shadows of dissent began to lengthen across her meticulously crafted kingdom. Thutmose III, Hatshepsut's stepson and co-ruler, had spent his youth in the shadow of his aunt's formidable reign. As he matured, so did his resentment, the thirst for true power becoming an unquenchable desire. The seeds of discontent, sown in the fertile ground of Thutmose III's ambition, found nourishment among those who harbored resentment towards Hatshepsut's rule. Some courtiers, their loyalty strained by years of a female pharaoh's command, saw in Thutmose III a chance to regain the influence they perceived as lost. Whispers of rebellion, veiled threats and subversive plots began to circulate in the shadowy corners of the royal court. As Thutmose III approached manhood, his desire to claim his birthright intensified. He had proven himself a capable military commander, leading successful campaigns against Nubian tribes. These victories fueled his belief that he, not Hatshepsut, was the true embodiment of Horus, the falcon god of kingship. The tension between aunt and stepson became increasingly palpable. Hatshepsut, acutely aware of the growing threat, attempted to counter Thutmose III's ambitions by further emphasizing her own divine legitimacy. But these displays of power seemed to only fuel Thutmose III's resentment. The exact circumstances surrounding Hatshepsut's death remain shrouded in mystery, lost to the sands of time and the deliberate attempts to erase her memory. Some historians believe she died of natural causes, others suspect foul play, a palace coup by Thutmose III and his supporters. Whatever the truth, a systematic effort was undertaken to erase her from history. Her statues were toppled, her images defaced, and her name chiseled away from monuments, replaced with those of Thutmose III. It was as if a once powerful queen had simply vanished. This damnatio memoriae was more than just a political act. It was a deliberate attempt to rewrite history, to erase the legacy of a female pharaoh who had challenged patriarchal norms. Centuries passed, and the sands of time continued their relentless march, burying the memory of Hatshepsut deeper into the annals of history. Her monuments, once vibrant with colour and life, faded under the scorching Egyptian sun. Her name, erased from inscriptions and defaced on statues, became a whisper on the wind, a forgotten tale told by the desert wind whistling through the ruins of her once grand temples. Yet even the most determined attempts to erase a legacy cannot entirely extinguish its flame. The echoes of Hatshepsut's reign lingered, fragments of her story surviving in the whispers of local folklore, passed down through generations of Egyptians who lived in the shadow of her forgotten monuments. These whispers, fragments of a forgotten past, hinted at a time when a woman had ruled Egypt, a time of peace and prosperity, a time when the gods themselves seemed to favour the land of the pharaohs. These tales, though often dismissed as mere legend, kept alive the spark of Hatshepsut's memory, waiting for the day when it would be rekindled into a blazing fire of recognition. In the 19th century, as the age of exploration and archaeology swept through Egypt, unearthing long-buried secrets of the ancient world, the name of Hatshepsut emerged from the shadows of oblivion. Archaeologists, armed with shovels and brushes, meticulously piecing together fragments of the past, began to uncover the truth behind the erased inscriptions and defaced statues. Slowly, painstakingly, like archaeologists carefully brushing sand away from a fragile artifact, the story of Hatshepsut began to re-emerge. Inscriptions, overlooked or dismissed as insignificant, revealed her name, her titles, her achievements. Statues, their features damaged but not entirely obliterated, hinted at the grandeur of her reign. The discovery of her untouched tomb, hidden deep within the Valley of the Kings, provided further evidence of her power and influence. The treasures buried within, the exquisite jewellery, the finely crafted funerary goods, spoke of a ruler who had commanded the wealth and respect of her nation. Hatshepsut, the lost queen, was being found, her legacy resurrected from the sands of time. Today, Hatshepsut stands as a testament to the power of human ambition and leadership. Her story, once silenced, is now celebrated, her name etched once more in history, as a powerful pharaoh who left an indelible mark on ancient Egypt. Her reign, a remarkable chapter in a grand civilization, serves as a reminder that power is defined by vision and determination. Hatshepsut's monuments, restored to their former glory, stand as a testament to her enduring legacy. Her story, inspiring generations with her courage and intelligence, is now a permanent fixture in the tapestry of human history. The Nile still flows, a silent witness to the rise and fall of empires. Millennia have passed since Hatshepsut's reign, yet her story continues to resonate with a power that transcends time itself. The woman who dared to be king, who challenged the very fabric of ancient Egyptian society, left an indelible mark on history. She reminds us that the pursuit of power knows no gender, that brilliance and determination can shatter even the most deeply ingrained societal norms. Hatshepsut's legacy is not merely the grandeur of Deir el-Bahari or the towering obelisks of Karnak. It is the enduring spirit of a woman who dared to envision a different future for herself, for Egypt, and for the world. As we stand before the remnants of her reign, we are reminded that history is not a static monolith, but a tapestry woven from countless threads, some bright, some faded, some deliberately obscured. Hatshepsut's story, once silenced, now speaks to us across the chasm of centuries, a testament to the indomitable spirit of a woman who dared to rule as a pharaoh, and in doing so secured her place among the immortals.